And now you can see the Backseat Mogul Show in all its video glory on our YouTube page at roughedge.tv. It's tiki time at Harbor Cove Cafe. Dive into the tropical paradise at the end of Spinnaker Drive in Ventura with vibrant drinks, delicious bites, award-winning fish and chips, and more. Now featuring extended hours and happy hour. Fridays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Harbor Cove Cafe, the hidden treasure at the end of Spinnaker Drive. Visit harborcovecafe.net for more information.
Showbiz is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs for no good reason. There's also a bad side.
This is the Backseat Mogul Show live here on Rough Edge FM. I am R. Scott Bolton. I am the Backseat Mogul, and this is a show where we talk about show business. Joining me today, as always, none other than JohnyD.
Good.
It didn't work, John.
Good.
Now it worked.
Good. Hi, where? Good morning.
Didn't work like I wanted it to, but there we go.
Hey, good
Sitting right
morning,
there.
everybody, and how be you today?
And right next to him, we have Jeff Genet. Jeff, good morning.
Hi.
Yours worked.
Yeah.
That was the first time I wanted to try that. I wanted to try to give us all our big close-up for the opening of the show.
Oh, gotcha.
And it'll work better when I learn how to push the right buttons.
Yeah, but do you realize when you showed me close up, it scared the jeebies out of a lot of people?
I peed a little.
See?
Yeah, it's pretty scary. We don't have a lot of time today because we got places to go and things to do. Some of us fun stuff, some of us not so fun stuff, but we'll get there shortly. So we're just going to talk about the movies we saw because we saw a ton of movies. But I thought we'd start with this because we haven't done this in a long time, and I know you've all missed it dramatically, and it goes a little something like this. Yeah, right here. I told you. Is it as bad as they say it is? We'll find out now on the Backseat Mogul Show. Brought to you by Pele Utu, Reno's only traditional tiki bar. A kaleidoscope of colors and tropical charm with the undeniable allure of paradise and intoxicatingly delicious cocktails. Pele Utu. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. 1275 Stardust Street in Reno, Nevada. For more information, please visit peleutu.com. We were just talking about movies that we bought this week. We all go to thrift stores and spend too much money on used DVDs. Can I show of hands that everybody does that? Yeah, we all do. And I was talking, I got Bullet, the Steve McQueen movie, for $3. Can't beat that with a stick. And then John mentioned The Great Escape, which I bought a special edition of that includes like a miniature version of the screenplay and the poster and all this, whatever. It's still in the original cellophane wrap. I've never seen that movie.
Okay, if you don't want to open it, I'll let you watch mine because it's open.
It's not a matter of not opening it because that's why you buy it. You buy it to watch it. It's just that I haven't got around to it because there's so many other things going on, you know. So I will get to. Have you seen Great Escape? No. See, we were talking about this earlier too. It's kind of cool, the stuff that we've seen that Jeff hasn't seen, the stuff that Jeff has seen that we haven't seen, and I'm kind of envious of Jeff because he gets to see it all for the first time. You're a lucky man.
Got a list.
Yeah, and you just add something to it.
I added a Great Escape to it.
I brought in 3 DVDs that I got at the thrift store.
That's right. Yeah, we all spend too much money on DVDs. How much joy do you get when you find a Blu-ray that you want? It just lightens my day.
Yeah. I enjoy it. Usually, like when I go to the thrift stores, though, for whatever reason, I'm not too drawn to like the DVDs and the Blu-rays because I'm like, I go through and I don't see anything I want. But then like the VHSs, I'll be like, oh, there's a VHS here. Oh, there's a laser disc here. I'll get that. Or just some old piece of technology or whatever.
I wish I'd known you earlier because I actually put 1,100 VHS cassettes in the trash when I was doing reviews for the newspaper.
It happens.
They would send, and I got everything I wanted. I switched over to DVD.
Yeah.
Little Blu-ray was just a twinkle in DVD's eye at that time.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, next day they were gone.
Yeah. Sometimes, like I'll have a stack of VHS. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy these, and then between there and the check stand, it's like, why am I doing this?
I'd done the same thing.
So
yeah,
I usually put most of them back. I just get like the favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
They're collector's items.
Yeah.
With what Scotty's saying, how threw all these VHSs away. I wished I had known you when you had started doing your movie stuff, because I had all kinds of scrims and black and all kinds. Yeah, that too. And gels, from my days working in the movie business, and I'm not going to use this stuff, and I threw it all away.
Jeff would have just donated it to Buena High.
Well, that's fine. At least somebody would have gotten use out
That's
of it.
true.
But I didn't know. I didn't know Buena High had a thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we did get. I mean, when I was working with Kyle on Right Ways Down, like we bought a bunch of stuff, and then that stuff was kind of left in someone's backyard in the rain, and I didn't know about that until years later. And then I went, oh, none of this stuff works anymore. So
Doesn't that suck?
couldn't salvage any of it. Yeah. So
I hate that when you got all this supply of stuff and then something happens to whether it gets left out in the rain or it's in the house and it gets broken.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear because I got so much stuff in my office at home. It's ridiculous. And I know something's going to get broken and sometimes it does,
So I have most of that stuff still up in my garage, but I've never touched it.
Yeah. So back to this. Kidnapping of the President is today's. Is it as bad as they say it is? It's from 1980. It stars William Shatner. And William Shatner, by the way, is in fine post Star Trek the movie hairstyling. I think that's the exact same hairstyle. You notice I'm using the term hairstyle as he used in Star Trek the movie. Hal Holbrook stars as the president. Van Johnson as the vice president. Ava Gardner is in this movie. Wow. It's directed by George Mendeluk, and it was made in Canada. And I'm thinking it was one of those things because I know Shatner's Canadian. I don't think Holbrook is, but I'm sure some of these others are as well. I'm thinking it was made as some kind of a funding or something for Canada because it takes place on the street in a Canadian like opening, like a not a venue, but like a
ceremony.
No, it's outdoors, an atrium kind of thing. It's a like they have at the collection. It's a big open space. Well, what happens? This is the president's. It says it's in Toronto. The U.S. president shows up, and he's one of these presidents who wants to be touchy-feely with the people. He wants to have that interaction, as every president probably does, but they can't because somebody will do something to them. This guy pushes against his head of security, who is William Shatner. Let's take a look at that again. Oh, Bill's looking good back then.
Skinny.
And that's how long has it been? 42 years? 45 years?
Yeah, but you see, I was the other way. I got real big.
It's not about you, John.
And then I.
Anyway, he's walking through this huge group of Canadian people. They're all greeting him. They're all happy to see him until one guy latches onto him with a pair of handcuffs and opens his shirt up, and he's got a vest full of explosives.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, so they got to back off. So the president's going, just take this guy down. He's not going to blow himself up. And Shatner's all, I'm not going to take that responsibility. He knows this guy. He knows that he's a real terrorist, and he doesn't want to mess with him. So the terrorist drags the president into this van. The van is all protected by electronics, so you can't get into it. If you try, the bomb's going to go off. The president's in there with the bomb, and the guy comes out and turns himself in. Says, okay, now we're going to talk about what I want. Well, at one point, I thought he wanted $100,000. And I'm thinking 1980, $100,000. That was probably a pretty good payment. But then I was also thinking $1 million. Yeah. But it is $100 million. So I misheard the first time. but and he wants it in diamonds. So they're trying to put this all together for him. Why the president's sitting there in the van, and they're trying to figure out how to rescue the president. And I'll leave it there for the rest of the story. This movie, on Rotten Tomatoes, none of the critics reviewed it. On Metacritic, not reviewed there, but this is an age thing too. It's 1980 movie. So the IMDb score was 5.3 out of 10. The cinema score, it's not on cinema score. And the Rotten Tomatoes popcorn score, the audience score, was 33%. Now, I will tell you, it's not as bad as they say it is. At least the 33%. I will agree with the 5.3 out of 10. I think that's a fair number. And here's some of my concerns about this movie. Again, Jeff taught me to keep notes, so it's working out pretty good. I just can't find them is the only problem.
Welcome to my world.
Okay, so the movie was better than I expected it to be. I always like William Shatner, even though I know people make fun of him and his weird gaps in his dialogue and stuff. I've always been a fan. I know it's because I'm a Star Trek fan. I'll just be honest with it. But, I mean, Denny Crane, come on. He won the Emmy for that twice, I think.
I don't think anybody could have played Denny Crane the way he played.
Yeah, he was Denny Crane.
I think he still is.
And this movie, it feels like one of those live televised soap operas. You know, I don't know how many there are left these days, but they still do some live soap operas in the afternoons on television. And it feels like that. It feels like the dialogue and the way the dialogue's delivered feels like that. It's obviously a movie, even though I thought it was a TV movie, but based on the profanity, it's not a TV movie.
Theatrical release.
It was a theatrical release, yeah. So anyway, that was part of the problem. It moves kind of stilted and wooden, and the dialogue's very stilted as well. There is a god-awful song selection in this. I don't know where they got the music from, but it's just awful. They start playing a song, and it literally ties into the movie. Like, let's say they dropped the ball. The song would come on. They dropped the ball. They're moving on. It's like, what the hell? It's terrible. The score is also really bad. At times, I thought that the score was sound effects, because like the president's in the van, he's trying to get out, and there's this weird noise. And I'm going, what did he find, a device or something? No, that was the music score. I don't get it. Another thing is I couldn't tell if everybody was just sweaty in this movie or if it was bad makeup, because everybody's just glistening with sweat, and that's weird.
From what you've said so far, that cast, that was a good cast.
It is a good cast, but they're all at the end of their career there. I mean, Holbrook, 1980 Holbrook. I mean, he was still around, whatever. Shatner, you can't count because he's not an actor. He's a god. So
Ava Gardner. I mean, I don't know.
And Ava Gardner. Well, she plays I think the vice president's wife, and she's good in it. But it's no big deal. Do you have to hunt this movie down and see it? No. But if it's on, it's not horrendous. It's not good, but I would give it, like I said, 5.3 out of 10. I would agree with.
What's it called again?
The Kidnapping of the President, that's part of the problem right there. The Kidnapping of the President is a terrible title. Come up with it. It's like The Great Mouse Detective. Basil on Baker Street was a way better title. I'm sure they could have come up with something for this one as well. But anyway, that's my, is it as bad as they say it is for today?
So you'd say yes.
It's not. If they said 33%, most audience said 33. I'm giving it a 53.
Okay, comparing that to Body of Evidence, what would you say?
I'm not going to compare it to Body of Evidence. John, we need.
No.
Consider me your therapist. You need to move on.
No, I understand that, but you're saying, is it as bad as you say? You know how I feel about that movie.
Yes, which wasn't as bad as we thought it was either.
And that had a good cast with the exception of one person.
She was very good until the end.
But
see, that's where we differ.
Well, when you go to supposed to be a very serious drama, and the cast and crew are all laughing at this. Whatever happens on screen, everybody's laughing.
That's true. We were at a cast and crew screening, and they were laughing hard. And there are very laughable moments in that movie, but it's not as bad as.
I think the only two people that were not laughing, we were probably smirking, but we weren't laughing, was Scotty and me.
Because I don't do that in a press screening, and we don't talk about the movie till we're away from everybody.
And I mean, the very first time that Scotty asked me to go, he says, "We don't talk during the movie. We don't laugh."
No, we laugh if it's funny.
Yeah, but So
Just treat it with respect. Somebody made this movie, and they might be sitting next to you at a press screening, and that's, I don't want to insult anybody by laughing.
and besides, we want to make sure we get to go to the next one.
And that's also true. Yeah.
So
It's bringing up memories that I won't mention right now, but I meant to cast the Star Trek at one. Anyway, okay, moving on.
Scotty,
All right, so Jeff, you saw a slew of movies. Tell us about what you saw, and then we'll come back to me eventually.
you said
There's a couple I want to discuss.
forgive me. You said 50%,
53.3.
53%.
So what did you see, Jeff?
Well, I started the weekend off strong with Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie.
Yes.
With-
Now, tell me about Gabby's Dollhouse, because honestly, I don't know anything about it.
I hardly know anything about it as well. It's a show that's on Netflix, and my daughter usually watches it at my parents' house. So when I go to pick her up at my parents' house, usually she's watching that. But it's a show about this girl. She's got a dollhouse, and inside the dollhouse there's a bunch of cats and like little cat figures, and they do different things. One's a mermaid, one's a little cardboard box. They all have their own little niche thing, and they all have their own little room. So she like shrinks down, she like squishes her ears, shrinks down into the house, and then they go on little adventures and whatnot. So they finally made a movie. I thought, my daughter would like to go see that. So we went, made it a big family thing. We went and saw it. And in this movie, they go to Cat Francisco to visit Gabby's grandma.
I love that.
Right? Everything was cats. And because that was the opening of the movie. She's like, we're going to go to Cat Francisco. And it's like, huh? And then they start doing this roadmap thing as they're going on
Indiana
the road
Jones.
trip. Yeah. And everything was like Katsuri and like all the states were
California.
different. California, yeah. And then they go through Arizona. It's like Arizona, but with cats and stuff. And it's just like, is the whole place like, where are there any other animals here? And then when they get there, the dollhouse gets lost, and then some lady buys it at a thrift store, and then they got to get the dollhouse back and help her find the magic of imagination and stuff. So it was fun. It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be. The thing like those live action kids movies, like the Yogi Bear live action or the Three Stooges live action that came out. It was very much like that. Like it played out like that, very predictable, but like they were all made by the same people kind of thing.
Oh.
It was at least really fun to watch.
Yeah.
So
And she enjoyed it? She liked it?
oh yeah, she loved it.
Yeah.
She got the cat ears and everything, and then every time she shrunk down, she was doing it, and she was singing the song on the way home. So she had a good time. So
Did they have a popcorn bucket?
they did. It was the Dollhouse, but it was $30, and she saw it, and she's like, "I want that." I'm like, "No, for $30."
I know you do, dear. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll get you the actual Dollhouse for $30, but like a popcorn tin for
I'm surprised
It's
they
hard.
didn't call Arizona Catazona.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I was trying to remember.
Probably
all the
did.
things.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it
Live
was-
action.
It was a lot. Well, part of it is live action in the show.
Mhm.
So in the beginning, she does the intro. Hi, kids, it's me, Gabby Cat. And then she's like, let's go on an adventure. And then she shrinks down, and the rest is computer animated. But this was like a mix of both, because the dollhouse was in some lady's house. So they were running around in the actual world and stuff. So usually the computer animated stuff is contained within the dollhouse.
Oh, that makes
But
sense.
It was
Yeah.
all over the place. Like they were running around the living room and hiding. It was kind of like what's it called? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where the kids were running around in the house and stuff, and they were all tiny.
Yeah.
So, and then all these other toys come to life because I guess they have the magic to bring other things to life with imagination.
Well, I'm glad she enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun.
And I'm glad you tolerated it.
Not the worst movie I saw this year. To be completely honest with you, I thought it was surprisingly well done.
That's good.
So
That's good. All right. What else you
Big
got?
hit with kids.
yeah, there was a lot of kids there. It was packed. It was great.
What else you got?
I saw a big, bold, beautiful journey.
I will tell you that my daughter-in-law has been begging my son to take her, and he keeps saying no.
I went by myself at 10:20 on Thursday because it's the last week that it's going to be in theaters. I don't think it's in theaters anymore. I didn't know anything about it going in. My wife asked me, she's like, what are you going to go see tonight? I don't know. I'm just going to go,
Who are the stars in that?
Margot Robbie and
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Okay, I want
yes.
to make sure about that. Okay.
Yeah. they're wonderful in it. I mean, they're great actors.
They are,
so,
both of them.
When I got back and I was talking to her about it the next day, she said, "So what did you go see?" And she's like, "What was it about?" I'm like, "I don't know."
You're not the only person to say that about that.
It's one of those art films, not the ones where they present something to you and it's like, I don't know what the point of this was. They present a point to you. It's kind of, you kind of get what they're going for, but if you want to read into it more, you can. I enjoyed it. I kind of equated it to Life of Chuck in a way.
Oh,
where,
that's big.
You're reflecting on portions of your life
Mm-hmm.
and how these portions of your life affect you in the future. And this is the same in a way where negative experiences per se affect how you are in the future and how those things may block you from certain things, because of those walls that you put up, I thought it was a very beautiful movie. I'm still trying to figure out certain aspects of it.
That's good, though. I like that. We'll
yeah.
talk about another one later. It's the same way. I'm still percolating in my head.
It's a thinker.
Yeah.
There's a couple of rough patches in it, I think, just with the writing, because it kind of just starts off real quick, and it's just like, wow, they're accepting all this stuff like very. Like, they don't question a lot of the stuff that happens, even though the stuff that happens is very magical. So I think a lot of it is metaphorical. But yeah, I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, yeah,
I'm interested. I would go see it. I mean, I don't think of it as it looks like they're almost marketing as a romantic comedy kind of thing, but it's a little bit. It's a lot more than that, apparently.
Yeah, it's a romance for sure. Comedy is here and there, but I wouldn't say it's a comedy formatted, I guess.
Yeah.
It's very much this artsy kind of.
It's not as light as a romantic comedy.
More dramatic than.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or in between.
Yeah, in between, I would say.
Okay. What else you got?
I finished Alien Earth.
And your thoughts?
I liked aspects of it, and I didn't like other aspects of it.
Okay, so just give us a couple examples, because I'm going to talk about this too when you finish.
Spoilers or no spoilers? Vague spoilers?
Vague spoilers would be okay.
Okay. I liked the main character and her relationship with the xenomorphs. I thought that was a very interesting concept, and I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't sure I'd like that at first, but I grew into it quick.
Yeah. I didn't like the brother aspect at all. I thought a couple of the side stories and the side characters weren't interesting and kind of took away from the important stuff, which I feel was the connection between these hybrid robot humans and the xenomorphs. I liked the eyeball thing.
Yeah, I think he's the big star of the series. Yeah.
I wanted to see more of that, and it sucks the way the season ended, because it was just like, it didn't really feel like a finisher. It just kind of felt like, oh, tune in next week, but there's not going to be a next week. Yeah, aspects I liked and aspects I didn't.
See, I felt the very same way. I struggled with it throughout, because I'm a big fan of Noah Hawley, who does the Fargo series. Mm-hmm. And he's a great novelist too, writes good books. So I was really looking forward to this, and I struggled through it because it's very slow compared to other shows, very slow. And I get why, because they're trying to build these characters up, but man, they took their sweet time about it. I don't think it was till episode 4 that something major happened with the aliens involved. My hope was that, based on the concept of these children being put in almost adult bodies and being sent into war, basically, I thought that was fascinating. I thought, oh, let's go with that. But they didn't. They touched upon it occasionally, but they didn't really follow it through. And I feel that we were lied to about the series too, because they said, oh, it's a limited series, which is the new term for mini series. It's a limited series. No, it ain't.
Yeah, that's good.
When it ends, you're like, well, that was the most disappointing, and that's the shortest episode of the season.
Yeah.
And when it ends, you're like, that wasn't an end. That was like, season 2's coming. And I don't know that season 2's even been approved yet. So what the hell was that? That was a tanker for me. It's like, no, you lost me now. I don't know if I'll put that effort into the next one.
Yeah, and this takes place before the first Alien, right?
Yes. Yeah, 2 years they said, I think.
So I'm wondering how that sets up with the lore, because I feel like you have to be really careful with that kind of stuff, with like who knows about what. I just don't know where it really fits in. And
I couldn't figure that out either for the life of me. And I know that Holly has said he eliminated 2 movies from his timeline. I know 3 was one of them. I don't remember what the other one was.
Yeah.
So, okay, you can do that. I get that. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, the fact that we thought that they discovered these creatures in the first Alien movie, and now it's 2 years later and they're already on Earth.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get my head through the whole series. I could not wrap my head around that.
Yeah, and that was the thing with Romulus. You have to be very delicate about where this is placed in between, and I think they did a beautiful job with that, and it makes sense. If
Yes.
you go 1 Romulus and then Aliens, it makes sense. Everything flows. The lore is intact. But then with this, it's kind of like, okay, I don't know what anybody knows in the first one anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And there was something I was realizing in the last couple of episodes was that, you know, the xenomorphs running around and just, you know, causing all this chaos, right? You don't really see that, and you don't really see that like build up, like how you do in other films where it's just that slow build up to it, the slow burn of it. And I feel like a lot of the horror that comes from the xenomorph is also in part of the claustrophobia that comes in those spaceships.
Absolutely, yeah,
and
agreed.
all of those, you know, the buildings and stuff. When you're out in the middle of a jungle, you have all these wide open spaces. It took away from the scariness of the xenomorph.
I agree.
So I think that, and I didn't realize that was part of the horror of the xenomorph itself, was claustrophobia, until I was watching Alien Earth, and I was like, man, this isn't as scary.
Okay, what network is this on?
Hulu, and by proxy Disney Plus.
That's right.
And
I still can't figure that out. I mean, they kept saying that Hulu is going to be absorbed by Disney Plus, but I still watch it in the Hulu app.
Yeah.
But I understand you can go to the Disney app and watch it there too.
Yeah,
I'm
I can watch Alien on Disney Plus.
very confused.
there's a lot of ABC shows that you can find on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Well, yeah, they're all owned by the same people, so that makes sense. But like I said, Hulu is supposed to go away, but it hasn't even started.
Well, that's the same thing they said about
Freeview's
Freevee.
gone though now. Freeview's officially, I think that ended this month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think what they're doing, and this makes sense, is they're allowing you a lot of overlap so that you know that it's coming, but so you don't turn on your TV one day and Hulu's gone, even though, just put a screen. Now watch this in the Disney Plus app. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's very strange. But anyway, I agree with you completely about Alien Earth. I wanted to like it so much, struggled all the way through. Don't know if I'll watch it again unless they change the focus to Timothy Oliphant's character.
Yeah,
I
he was
love
great.
that guy.
He was great.
Oh, he's so good. And that character was interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, follow him. I want to see what he's good, because
Yeah.
he's always thinking about something. There's always something going on in that
Yeah.
dome of his.
Yeah.
And yeah, but
Reminded me very much of Blade Runner, which
Yes.
apparently Blade Runner
The
is
original.
Blade Runner is in that same universe. They've already
oh really?
overlapped it a little
can
bit.
see that.
So I'm wondering, like, I don't know if it was just because of his white hair or whatever, but I was like, this feels very Blade Runner-esque.
Yeah.
So,
I agree completely. I got that same exact thing. I'm thinking about Rucker. What else you got? Anything else?
Well, before you do that, for our listening audience who doesn't know, meaning me, what's a xenomorph?
the aliens.
It's the warrior from Xena Princess Warrior.
Yeah.
When she was changed into a werewolf, she would become a xenomorph.
And then she's got the little
morphed
the
into
little
Yeah.
thing that came out of her mouth.
This was my point. Yeah, the xenomorph is the critter. Critters.
The alien, yeah. The black alien with the big head.
The eye creature was brutal. When he gets
Love
that
that.
goat the first time, I'm going, this is like the most intense thing I've seen in television in a long time.
Yeah.
It was wild. What else you got?
I watched the 1990 It with my wife. I've been reading the novel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about 630 pages into a 1,200-page book.
It's about half, a little past half.
A little past half, yeah.
Great book, though. I love it.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable. And at the end of the month, Warner Brothers is doing a thing where they do like a tour but they have all this horror stuff set up. So we decided for 4 nights they're doing the tour and then a movie screening after. So they're doing first Conjuring one night, second Conjuring another night, It 1 and It 2 on 2 separate nights. So I was talking with my wife. I'm like, I want to do something for Halloween. Let's do this. And we picked It because she had never seen It. She's seen The Conjuring and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I want to rewatch the movies because I'm reading the book right now. So we're going to go see It. And I have the 1991, and I wanted to rewatch that. So I asked her, I said, well, you don't know anything about the world. Do you want to watch this, or do you want to wait till after we see the new one? She said, no, let's try it. So we took a couple of days to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, because it's like 3.5 hours. Because it was a mini series.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was good. It was. I hadn't watched it since 2013, probably. I remember I got it right out of high school or something, and I didn't remember anything from it. And it is very, very toned back. They don't show you anything in that.
Well, it have to be because it's TV,
television,
lower
and
budget. Yeah.
Had a good cast.
It had a great cast. Yeah. And what was funny, like is one of the kids, they're saying the N-word like a bunch, and my wife's like, so they can say that, but they can't show a little blood. Like what is going on?
Different era,
different era, yeah.
Different era, yeah. And by the way, should never change that. Leave it as is, as a sample of what was there.
Yeah,
you need to know that.
So she got really into it, and we're both very excited to see the newer versions at the end.
Oh yeah, you'll enjoy both of them, I think. I was impressed by the first It. As you know, I'm a huge Stephen King fan, and when that TV series came out, I felt the exact same way. You're watching it, you're going, okay, well, they could show a little bit more, but they can't show a little bit more. But as we were talking before the show, Tim Curry as It. Yeah. Jesus. Guys, was amazing. Still is amazing, I understand. So that's good.
The first thing I saw Tim Curry in was
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's the first thing everybody
I was going to say Rocky
Frankenfurter.
Horror. And I think the second thing I saw him in was Legends with Tom Cruise.
No, you didn't. There's no movie called Legends with Tom Cruise.
Okay, what's it called?
Legend. Singular. Sorry. And again, he was just as good, if not better, in Legend than he was in that.
Played the devil.
Jerry Goldsmith wrote a score for that, and they rejected it.
Wow.
Jerry Goldsmith? You rejected a Jerry Gold. Well, they got Tangerine Dream to do it, so that's okay. But anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I have not seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
This would be the month to see it.
I want to go to one because that's the way you have to see it. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to get involved.
You don't want to bring toast?
I don't know what that means. But I don't want to. I don't want to do this stuff. I just want to sit in the back corner and I want to watch it unfold.
Good luck.
That's why I haven't gone to see it yet.
Yeah.
Well, they used to show it at your old theater.
Yeah, but before I started working there,
there's a story that we can't tell them.
Banana incident. That's all they told me.
Dr. Shocker ran those,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the first time I saw a Tim Curry thing, he played the villain in Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Really?
So that was the first thing I saw him in.
Tim Curry was amazing. I've got a couple of his albums because he recorded a couple of albums. I think after Rocky Horror. I'm probably pretty sure, but some of them are really good. There's one song in particular called I want to say Cold Gin, but it's not Cold Gin, but it's something like that, and it's just a great song. Anyway.
He played one of the actors who played Dale the Whale in Monk. There's two different actors that played Dale.
I forgot that. Yeah.
He was the first one, and the second one. I think the reason why they got the second actor, who for the life of me can't remember his name. I think that's when Tim Curry started getting ill.
By the way, if you guys go to the thrift store and they have Monk seasons in the little boxes, let me know because I'm trying to get them all. It's my favorite detective show.
What?
I have 3 and 6 already, but I need the rest.
I saw.
Help me now. Somebody already bought it. Russians.
Oh. Okay.
You gave me one. You bought one for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what you're. All right. So let me do what I was going to talk about. I saw The Conjuring Last Rites.
Oh.
Told you I was going to go. I spent all that time watching those 9 movies. There was no way I wasn't going to go to the theater and see the last Conjuring movie. So I went to see it with Josh and Andrea. And you know what? I kind of liked it. I was actually pretty impressed by the whole thing. It was the same kind of thing with the slow burn. One of the things that drives me crazy about that and a lot of horror movies in general is, folks, don't start walking slower when you're creeping into a dark room. It just, sometimes those people are just plodding along, and you know they're building suspense, but you don't have to build 30 seconds suspense. Give me 15 seconds of suspense. So that was one thing that really stuck out. I'm going, okay, you can step it up here a little bit. I know why they do it, but it was obvious to me that was building too much there. But I like the story. I thought those two people have nailed those roles. They're just perfect in those roles. It had its real scary moments. Andrea jumped a couple of times. There were a couple of cheap jump scares too, which I'm not against. I like jump scares as much as the next guy. And I thought it was a good way to end the series. When you make $500,000 and a $50 million budget, it's not the end of the series.
But is it really the end?
That's my whole point.
Yeah.
It's about $450 million in the box office so far, and it costs $50 million to make. There's going to be more Conjuring coming somewhere.
Yeah, they did greenlight a show on HBO.
Yeah, I won't be surprised that turns into a movie with that kind of money.
It's kind of like Kiss Final Tour. When?
Since 1997.
Yeah.
Well, they finally did it though.
Right.
They did.
When they're all dead and gone and buried. And I'll believe.
Well, they are playing in Las Vegas in November, but they're not putting the makeup back on. That's over. You missed it. You never saw a Kiss show.
Yeah, I know. I'm disappointed.
I'm not going to blame you for it because you were young. You probably didn't get a chance.
Something else that I never saw that I really regret was the Ramones. And he got to see the very last show.
That was their last show because they started dying right after that show.
And the funny thing is, it was you and my brother were on your way to go see a different movie.
Yep.
Oh, guess what? We're not going there.
Quick, I'll tell the story quick. The Ramones were sold out. It was their last show. I was bummed because I'd never seen them live. They were one of my favorite bands ever. And I'm driving to LA to go see Escape from LA. They had a press screening for Escape from LA. As I'm driving, the person on the radio says they've moved the Ramones venue because the venue it was at isn't ready yet. The city shut it down. So now it's at the Roxy, which is a bigger theater, and there's more tickets available. I got off the freeway instantly because there's a Tower Records across the road. I went up and I said, I need 2 Ramones tickets. He said, sold out. I go, check again. I just heard there were open more seats. He checked again. There were more seats. I bought those 2 tickets. Called your brother, said, we're not going to go see Escape from LA. He said, I was really looking forward to it. I said, too bad. And so we went and we saw the last Ramones show ever. And it was interesting because on the way out, we were all kind of drifting away from the theater. And this limo pulled up. Maybe it wasn't a limo, but a big black car. And the window rolls down, and it was Joey Ramone. And he stuck it, Johnny Ramone. And he stuck his head out, and he said, well, now punk rock's really dead. Rolled his window up and drove off. Wow, that's a big thing. Anyway, that's my Ramone story. Moving on.
And
anyway,
if you're interested, you can find clips of that last show on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And if you know what Scotty and my younger brother look like, you'll see them in the audience.
Not like this. This look has changed dramatically, but yes. That's on YouTube. Also, the Kidnapping the President I wanted to mention is also on YouTube. You can watch that there as well. So Conjuring, I recommend. Enjoyed it, especially if you're a fan of the series. I thought it was a perfect way to sum things up. It was one of the better ones, I think. You said it was like 3rd out of 4th?
Yeah, I liked it better than the 3rd one, but it still had that hokiness to it.
Yeah.
Of those.
And you could almost tell the stuff that was real, the stuff that was made up.
Yeah.
I mean, and by real, we're doing the cool thing here, but
yeah.
Some of it was like, okay, that's obviously made up for the movie.
Yeah.
This came from the book, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and it was a little more obvious than previous ones. That's the only thing that I took away from.
Yeah.
You know, that was like the only negative thing that I had to say.
Yeah, and I can see that too. Yeah. But it was so comfortable sitting down with those 2 again.
Yeah.
It's like I would do this again.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously $500 million other dollars worth of will as well. Johnny, I went to see this is why this movie's not doing well. One Battle After Another. It's really hard to get that title straight.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that yet?
No. The only day I had was Thursday, and I wanted to see the Big Bold Beautiful Journey was leaving theaters, and I get an extra week on. Yeah, at One Battle After Another. Yeah. So I'm going to go see it next week.
Okay, good. So we won't give away any spoilers, but I will just say that this movie is super complex, more complex than you realize when you're watching it. Mm-hmm. The cast is stunning. Of course they are. Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, especially Sean Penn.
I did not recognize him.
Yeah, Johnny didn't even know it was Sean Penn. He's like, that was Sean Penn when it was all
Well,
over.
I remember in the opening credits, you see his name.
Yeah.
I think it was in the opening credits.
Yeah, it was.
And then I totally forgot that he was in it until the end credits, and I'm going, that was Sean Penn.
Yeah, he was amazing in that. And the movie is, I've been thinking about it since the day I watched it. It keeps coming back to me. My wife didn't go with us, so I keep sharing things with her about it. She's probably sick of them by now, but it's one of those movies that, Paul Thomas Anderson makes movies that you don't like. They're great movies. They're not good movies. They're great movies, but they're glum and they're dark and they're depressing.
Gritty? Would you say gritty?
And now it's kind of gritty, but I mean, I'm thinking of, in particular, There Will Be Blood. That movie just rips your heart out, stomps it in the dirt, and then puts it back. It's horrible, but it's a brilliant movie. This one, is a lot more laughs. There's a lot more laughs in this movie, and it's laughs at the ludicrousness of everything. Everybody in this movie is not a good person. Everybody in this movie is stupid as hell, and he's talking about all of us, and that's what makes it fascinating. And I just thought it was an amazing movie. I can't believe that you won't be seeing this at Oscar time, because I think it's going to be everywhere there. And I will give this, it's not quite a spoiler, but I'll just so you watch. There is a chase scene at the end that rivals the chase scenes in Bullet and in Death Proof, but for a completely different reason. It's much more simple, but it works just as well. But I'll leave it at that. But anyway, I mean, I give that a 5 out of 5. It was, and like I said, the fact that it's still storing around inside my head tells me that movie was complex, and all these things keep popping up that make it even more complex and more brilliant.
I was quite impressed with the dialogue and the way the different actors, all of them, were delivering their lines. It was like, wow. It's like, okay, is he on something? I'm not sure.
That's just the kind of performance
it shows
that
him smoking.
Yeah,
the
Paul
dialogue
Thomas pulls that performance out of those people.
The dialogue was great.
Yes.
I like the music in it too.
Yeah. It's a really, really good stunner. Paul Thomas Anderson made another good movie. But
I was trying to figure out with the chase scene. So, have I been on that road before?
Probably. Well, I don't know. I have a hunch it's several different roads cut together.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, you got to go see that, and we'll talk about that next time we're here.
Okay, we'll do.
So that's all I got. And so you agree pretty much about that movie?
There are certain things in it that I wasn't happy with, but yeah, I would go 5 out of 5.
There's certain things that nobody's going to be happy with in that movie. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the anti-establishment angle, and I'm talking about the psycho-Nazi angle. Those people, they're not meant to be liked, And
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Are you saying that movies shouldn't be made because of that?
No.
Okay,
No.
That's the thing. It makes its point, and that's why I said it's all of us. We're all just ludicrous.
I mean, one of the Birth of a Nation. We know everybody. Well, most everybody. Well, maybe except you. Knows what Birth of a Nation is about. The original Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
Silent film, and it was about the Ku Klux Klan. But that is something people need to know about. It's our history. And
again, I wouldn't change a frame of that movie, but it is a racist film, and you need to know its place.
It's very racist.
Yeah, you need to know its place. You need to know the era it came from. You need to know its point. This movie is not that way. This movie is calling us all stupid, because really, at this point, we are all stupid.
Oh yeah.
And this movie proves it.
What I'm getting at is, like Birth of a Nation, something like that is so we don't repeat it again. This is like the concentration camps.
I think that you are right, but I think many people worship that movie, and that's where the problem
that's true.
lies.
The concentration camps that are in Europe, a lot of them,
Or here.
No, I'm talking about from World War II, where the Jews were all incarcerated and murdered. Some of those camps are still standing, and it's their law over there. They have to stay standing as a reminder that this should never happen again.
Yeah, that's 100% true. You got there's that famous line: "Those who don't know history are destined to repeat it." Right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And then some people know history and they still repeat it.
Yeah. Johnny, what did you see?
I saw with Short Round, and I can't pronounce his name.
He can.
Ki-Hu Kwan.
Okay. Love Hurts. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. It was a fun movie to watch. And then, of course, I've been still watching the TV shows that I've seen in the past that are on Tubi and some on Prime Video and is it? I keep wanting to call it Fubu, Pluto, and it's like I was watching some episodes of CSI last night, the later episodes, not the last series of it, but the ones that had Lawrence Fishburne in. And I'm going, I don't remember these episodes, but I know I watched them because I was a big fan of CSI. But movie-wise, it was Love Hurts. And like I said, I really
I saw Love Hurts, and we'll just say I was tired. And so my review doesn't hold, but I was so tired, I would like to see it again. So I'm not going to make any comment on it right now because it was bad. Let's just revisit this for a moment, though, because for me, this was the highlight of today's show. He's looking good then. To get that nice haircut.
We all had nice haircuts back then. We all had hair back then.
There's Holbrook.
I didn't have a haircut.
That's probably true. All right, so how are we doing? We got 11 minutes left. Have we covered everything we saw? What are your plans? So you're going to go see one battle after another?
Yes, I think so.
I can't believe you got that title right. It's so hard to remember the order that I keep wanting to say battle after battle, or I don't know.
I don't even know what's out this week. I do plan on seeing that. And there was something else that came out this week.
Yeah, there's something good. I was going to see if John wanted to go on Wednesday. Can't go Monday.
I don't know. I left my phone in there.
You don't have a calendar. It's made up.
Well,
okay, the Smashing Machine.
Uh-huh.
yeah, I want
open
to see
today,
that. Definitely
right?
want to see that.
Bone Lake, I want to see. That's open today. Yesterday. Was today the 4th?
Today is...
Yeah, so it was yesterday.
Casper's back?
It's a replay of Casper. Avatar, the new Avatar movie is apparently out. That's
No.
awesome.
That's
the last one. I was kidding anyway.
Oh, okay.
Now, what about this movie? I'm going to say the title. Get ready to get bleeped because we don't usually use this kind of language in the show. But the movie is called Scared Shitless.
Well, it's like that TV show, Up Schitt's Creek.
Well, that's not like that because Schitt's Creek is a real place. I mean, it's spelled differently. This is actually spelled like the excrement.
Yeah.
We'll go through this. Devil's Rejects is getting a re-release. What is that movie that's coming out? Oh, Tron.
Oh, yeah, I got to see that one.
I did watch the original Tron again for the first time since it was in theaters.
Yeah.
Did you watch Tron 2?
Nope, I said the original Tron. I'm going to watch Tron. There's an animated movie about Tron, and then there's Tron 2, and then so I can get ready for it. Tron is Roofman is the movie I was thinking of that I want to see next week. Tron is it's so weird because when I saw it originally, I laughed at the visuals. They looked so silly and so whatever. As I watch it now, it's like, boy, that movie was way ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm.
Way ahead of its time. The script is terrible. The script is just stilted and I don't know how those people say that dialogue. It's like Harrison Ford told George Lucas, you can write that, but nobody can say it. But it was still interesting. And it amazes me, even though Tron 2 did very well, that there's a Tron 3.
Yeah.
So have you watched any of the Tron movies at all? Or
I have attempted to watch the original Tron a couple of times when I was a kid, and I could never get through it. It's very slow from what I remember.
It's because there's no passion to it, really.
Try. And the last time I saw Tron Legacy, which is the second one, was back when it came out in theaters. Had a great soundtrack. I remember it being kind of cool, but it wasn't something that like wowed me. Like, oh my gosh, I got to get into Tron. You know?
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends who like love Tron Legacy, and they're really excited for Tron Ares. But I mean, I would be excited for Tron Ares just to see it because I mean, Evan Peters is great, Jeff Bridges is great, but then you get down the line and you got Jared Leto,
Sorry.
and I don't know why that guy keeps getting jobs.
You're not a fan?
can't stand Jared Leto.
Are you
That
still
guy
mad at him for his
sucks.
Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm mad at him
I can
for a lot of things. He sucked in Joker, or he sucked in Suicide Squad. He sucked in Morbius. He sucked in what was the other thing he did? The Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
I mean, I love the Haunted Mansion. That cast was great, and then it's like Jared Leto's playing the Hatbox Ghost. Like, oh,
The Haunted Mansion, was that the Eddie Murphy movie?
no, not the Eddie Murphy movie, but the remake of that one. Yes,
Oh.
Came out 2 years ago. I feel like there's only 2 movies with Jared Leto that I've seen, and they were really early in his career: Dallas Buyers Club and
he was brilliant in that. I was
the one
going to
with
bring that up.
the John Lennon one, where he played the guy who killed John Lennon.
Yeah,
Chapter 25, Chapter 24, or something like that.
something like that.
Those are pretty good movies, but everything he's been in the last decade has just been god awful.
No,
The guy's not great in his personal life. It's just, I don't know why he keeps getting jobs. I don't know why people keep saying, we have this multi-million-dollar movie. It's going to be great. How can we make it worse? Let's put Jared Leto in it. And it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Blade Runner 2049. Jared Leto was in that for like 10 seconds.
I don't even remember that part.
That was fine.
Yeah, get it over
It's a
with.
fantastic movie.
It is a great movie.
But yeah, man, I just can't with Jared Leto. So I don't want to go see the new one, but my friend wants to go see it. He says, if I ask you to go see it, will you go see it with me? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. So I got to figure out when he's going to go see it. So we'll go.
I was trying to find the title of the animated movie that was between, and I can't tell if it was a series or if it was animated movie. There's so much Tron. If you Google Tron, it's everywhere. And it, again, surprises me because, I mean, I just never thought it was the first Tron movie bombed. You know, you thought that was the end of it, but nope, it's still out there and still. And again, try to get through it again. It's tough because the screenplay is so corny and flat, and the direction for the most part it's one of those films that hey, look at these cool effects we can use. Let's write a movie around them, and that's I think what they did.
Well,
But I was much more impressed this time.
Jeff Bridges is in the first one, and I believe Legacy.
Yes.
And he pops up in this new one.
Well, he's Jeff Bridges. That's I mean, it's probably the main reason they're making him. It's like, what, we got to give Jeff Bridges some money. Let's make a Tron movie.
Dude!
So I want to see Roofman next week. That's my big one. I
Now,
also wanna see-
what day is that?
It doesn't open till next
Thursday.
week, the 10th. Oh, Thursday, yeah. So,
Okay.
so we got to wait until then. But Wednesday, I want to go see something. So I'll call you and we'll see what's up.
Okay. Depending on what time, because I'm scheduled for a something.
Whatever it is, he's giddy about it. So it must be
I can't say it on here.
full body massage.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah, sure.
There's a movie to
Happy
watch.
ending.
Full body massage. Never mind. All right.
I don't even want to see that.
What was the movie that Mimi Rogers did? Did I ever tell you guys I met, since we have a few minutes here, I met Mimi Rogers briefly.
No.
She was Full Body Massage. That was the name of the movie.
She was married to Tom Cruise.
She was married to Tom Cruise. I was at a screening one night by myself in LA because if I couldn't find anybody to go, I had to go by myself because I had to review the movie. So I was sitting at the Academy Theater on the aisle seat, and up the row comes Mimi Rogers. And I'm looking and going, man, she is just as good looking in real life as she is on the screen. You know, she's beautiful. And she walked up and I smiled at her and she smiled at me and she stopped. And she said, well, how are you this evening? I said, oh, I'm doing fine, thanks. She goes, this is going to be a good movie, right? I said, I hope so. She goes, okay, well, good talking to you. And marched on. I'm like, she didn't have to do that. How cool was that? You know, just because I gave her a smile of hello, she stopped and talked to me for 19.2 seconds. I timed it.
Didn't you have a similar thing when you met Gene Roddenberry?
Gene Roddenberry he was several levels above.
No, I mean, out of the blue.
No, not really. We were there for a press conference for the Star Trek ride, which attraction that I told you was at Universal that you had known about, but it was fun. And we met him there.
Mhm.
It was the next night though that we were, because it was a 2-night party. The first night was the opening. The second night was a big party for the event. And the second night we were there, and your brother James and I were sitting at a table, and Gene Roddenberry comes walking up, and oh, here's Gene Roddenberry, and he walks up and he says, "Hi James, hey Scott, how's your night going?" How the hell did he remember our names from the hundreds of journalists that were there that day? He still remembered our names. And I, if you first want to go, oh, we must have been cool. I think he probably remembered everybody's names.
Mhm.
And that blew my mind.
Well,
Then he sat down and talked to us for a little while. And a little while later, his wife came up and sat down next to Majel Barrett,
Mhm.
which I'll tell you about off air. Anyway, that was
there are some people, and I can't remember what it's called, something memory. They see something, they remember
photographic memory.
forever.
Yeah.
No, there's another name for it besides photographic memory. They remember
Xerox
forever.
memory.
Yeah, that's it. Or maybe it's a Canon memory.
It could be
A brother.
Could be a brother.
Well, that's what I have. Canon
Hewlett
memory.
Packard.
It goes in and then it shoots right out.
That sounds like me.
But I'll tell you off air about Wednesday.
We can't wait.
Yeah, I know.
I'll post it later so you folks know what's going on.
No.
All right, we got to get out of here. We got places to go, things to do. This has been fun. We will see some more movies. I bought like 15, 18 DVDs this week.
I bought 4. I've got 2 in the mail.
I brought in. I got an Earl Flynn collection of 5 movies.
And he signed that. That's worth something.
Oh yeah.
It's stamped in there. It's interesting.
I have a collection
What is
of
that?
20 Alfred Hitchcock.
Did I see that Hitchcock?
2 of the things that are on there are from Alfred Hitchcock Presents
Yeah.
TV series, and some of them are silent movies.
Remember I was telling you about Jamaica Inn last week? 1936. 39.
And then this other one I brought in, it's Bela Lugosi, White Zombie.
Is that's not the one that Ed Wood did, right?
No,
No, that was Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Got it.
no, this
I
one.
want to see those, actually.
This
Really? Okay, I'll bring it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I saw a few months ago, I did sit down and watch the Tim Burton Ed Wood movie.
I love
enjoyed
that
it.
movie.
Yeah, it was great.
It really
I
is.
wanted to go watch all of those. I'm like, are they as bad as they say it is?
The thing about that movie is that Martin Landau won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor that year.
Mhm.
It was the same year that Samuel L. Jackson was up for Pulp Fiction.
Mhm.
And as great as Samuel L. Jackson was in that movie and deserved an Oscar for it, how do you not give it to Martin Landau for playing Bela Lugosi as well as he did? He really earned that Oscar.
In Tucker, A Man in His Dream, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was he nominated for
I think he
supporting
was.
actor?
I think he was
And he
supporting
was
actor now.
great. Did you ever see that movie?
This one about the cars, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna smack you. Wait a minute. If I smack you,
Have you seen Gabby's Playhouse?
Yeah. Have you seen Gabby's Dollhouse?
Yes,
The
of
movie?
course.
Okay.
But no.
No is correct.
Oh,
John, okay, here's the
I have
thing.
another war movie.
You have less reason for him to see that movie because it's a good movie than because it's about cars. Right? Don't deflect. Answer
No,
the
no,
question.
I heard something. It's like,
Yeah, I know. You're deflecting.
Yes.
I'm right. Yeah, it's because it's about cars.
Well, yeah,
Get that off my chest.
but when we were talking about Steve McQueen last week, there was a movie he did. It's called Hell is for Heroes. It's a World War II movie. I'm just throwing it in there. It's deflecting more. It's a good movie. It's
We've
black.
all been deflecting a little bit.
It's in black and white, and it's not a bad movie.
All right. We're out of here, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. We'll have more stuff that we've watched, some old stuff. Why don't one of you guys pick Is It As Bad As They Say It Is?
Sure.
I got one.
Well,
I'll tell you off there.
okay. Well, who's going to do it next week? Let's pick somebody.
Do I have to go into
Who's got a coin?
incognito mode for that one?
Wait, what?
Flip a coin for who's going to do it next week.
Oh, wait a
Who's got a
minute.
coin?
How can we flip a coin when there's 3 of us?
I've
You
already
said a
done it.
coin.
Oh.
That makes 2.
You said a coin.
I'll tell you what, because
Have a nickel.
no,
Let's
you
do
go.
it.
No,
Heads or tails?
tails.
Let's put an eye out.
I got ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So Jeff's doing it next
You
week.
got. I'm not going there.
Jeff will be doing Is It As Bad As They Say It Is next week. That's a fun segment to do. I like that. And plus, you get to see these really bad movies.
Okay, I'll pick something.
I think he's warning us. Is that a threat?
It could be. Haven't decided yet.
All right, folks. We'll see you next week. Thanks again, and have a great one.
Later days.
You notice John didn't tell you about the book. Brought to you by The Grape, Ventura County's premier jazz venue and cocktail lounge, located at 2733 East Main Street in Ventura. For menu and music schedule, visit them online at thegrape.club. This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.